Hello and welcome to your SST class again. Dear students, we will be continuing our topic which is already in progress, the judiciary. We have discussed in the previous video about why judiciary is important for the country, how judiciary is being kept independent from the other working organization of the government, other governmental bodies are away from judiciary, how the rights are connected with the judiciary, what are the nature of cases, what are the levels of cases which are being entertained by the courts, okay, in which we have discussed about state versus state, center versus state, all that. Now, in today's video, we will discuss about the different levels of courts that are in function into our country, India. Okay, starting from the niche level, starting from the ground level, basic level, till the highest level, we will move one by one. We will see the hierarchy, how it goes up, and what are the different powers of those courts. How are they operated in different ways? Okay, we will just have a brief look. Okay, so as far as the structure of courts in India, the basic courts which we found in town area or in tehsil area, they are session courts. Fine. Session courts are the courts in which the judges who used to announce the decision are called as session judges. Fine. We say in Hindi सत्र न्यायालय also. सत्र न्यायालय भी बोल देते हैं इसको. When we move one more step ahead to session court, then there are district courts, जिसको जिला न्यायालय भी बोला जाता है. District court in which the district judges sits over there. One of the main judges there who is the senior most chief district judge. Fine. When we move one more step ahead from the district court, every state of India, almost every state of India, bigger state of India have their individual courts that is called as high court. That is the highest court of that particular state. In some matter, in some cases, few high courts are being shared by more than one state of India. This can be easily found in the northeast state where the states are too small. Those states combinedly share a single high court. Fine. So high court is there almost in every states of India. Okay, except the few smaller states. Then above the high court there is Supreme Court of India, which is in New Delhi. That is the highest supreme authority of India as far as the courts are concerned. So when a person is approaching through a judicial system, through a judicial case, he will be moving in this particular hierarchy. Okay, this hierarchy also ensures the power of the courts. Means the Supreme Court has the final saying in all the verdicts, whatever are being associated with the legal matters. There are two systems that are being into the working of these courts. One is integrated judicial system. What does this integrated judicial system say is that if suppose a Supreme Court announces a decision, fine, Supreme Court announces a decision that has already been announced by any of the lower court. Supreme Court revises that decision, yeah, upgrades that decision, then that decision will be binding on the lower courts automatically. Means the upper court has a more larger saying than the superior court. Means अगर डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट ने किसी केस को लेके कोई डिसीजन दिया है और हाई कोर्ट ने कोई दूसरा डिसीजन दे दिया, हाई कोर्ट हैज रिवाइज दैट डिसीजन, देन द डिसीजन ऑफ हाई कोर्ट विल बी कंसिडर्ड एज फाइनल कंपेयर टू द प्रीवियस डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट्स डिसीजन. वो जो पहला डिसीजन डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट ने अनाउंस किया होगा वो रिवोक हो जाएगा. ओके, सेम इज विद द सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड हाई कोर्ट. अगर सुप्रीम कोर्ट कोई डिसीजन अनाउंस करती है, रिवाइज करती है, which was already being announced by the high court, then the decision announced by the supreme court will be final and there is no other more superior authority than the supreme court. That is called as integrated judicial system. Now Second thing is appellate judicial system. This appellate word has been withdrawn from the word appeal. Okay, when a person appeals for a case, when he appeals in a court, what does this system say? That a person, while filing his case for the first time into the judicial court, he will have to move as per this hierarchy. He can't straight away go to the Supreme Court of India. Supreme Court will ask to him firstly to enroll his case in the High Court. If High Court also found that cases can be easily handled by District Court, then it will be handled by District Court post first. So automatically, in order to avoid such a inconvenience, इन सब चीज़ों को ध्यान में रखते हुए जब केस पहली बार फाइल होता है तो वो यहाँ से बॉटम टू अप ट्रेवल करता है, इंस्टेड कि डायरेक्टली उसको सुप्रीम कोर्ट में फाइल किया जाए. द एडवोकेट्स एंड द lawyers advises the people, the party, those who are fighting the case, to file the case in the lower court first, then they will be moving to the Supreme Court. This is one thing. Second thing is, if a particular, if two people are fighting a case and the decision is being announced, और उसमें से किसी एक पक्ष को ये लगता है, one of the party feels that the decision was not fair, then the person who feels the decision was not fair, something injustice has been announced, उनके फेवर में डिसीजन अनाउंस नहीं किया जज ने, then they can move to the upper court to challenge that decision. Same way, if they feel that the decision has not been announced perfectly in the district court, they can file the case in high court as well. Up to Supreme Court they can go. मीन्स दे कैन चैलेंज द प्रीवियसली एग्जिस्टिंग केस. अगर कहीं भी किसी भी एक पक्ष को, एक पार्टी को ये लगता है, ओके, चाहे वो कल्प्रिट है चाहे विक्टिम है, कि डिसीजन सही अनाउंस नहीं हुआ है, देन दे कैन मूव टू द नेक्स्ट हायर लेवल ऑफ द कोर्ट्स. सो दिस इज द वे हाउ द इंडियन जुडिशियल सिस्टम वर्क्स. We will further discuss about the judicial courts in the same video. Just keep watching it and wait for a while. Okay, dear scholars, let's continue this topic which we are discussing. Now we are into the second scenario of the chapter. We will see that how in India it is being decided that the case is of which uh, category. Means what are the different branches of legal system, how our Indian judicial system, yeah, Indian constitution decides that case will go to in which category. So there are two categories basically, criminal law and civil law, in which we decides, yeah, we applies the set of rules and regulation according to which the decision is being announced. Fine. So first of all, the offenses are being checked that they are of which category. If the offenses are a heinous crimes like a murder case, okay, kidnapping case, attempt to murder, or such big crimes are there, they are kept in the category of criminal law. ठीक है, अगर कहीं पर किसी की जान का नुकसान हुआ है या ऐसा हो सकता था, then it is kept in the category of criminal law. Okay, if fundamental rights are being challenged, then they are kept in civil law. अगर किसी का प्रॉपर्टी लॉस हुआ है, somebody has left have a loss of money, okay, somebody is being exploited, harassed, then उस कैटेगरी में the crime is being kept in the civil law category. Fine. Like money laundering, property issues, tenant issue, landlord issue, okay, of course the divorce issue are kept in this category. If we speak about the similar offense like divorce, the dowry issue are kept in the criminal law. Fine. In criminal law, the procedure is, the first procedure in these type of cases, criminal cases, FIR is being launched through the local police station. FIR means first investigation report, means police is the first step and the proceedings are being done by police. FIR दर्ज होती है लोकल थाने में और उसके बाद में पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेट्स द केस, देन पुलिस फाइल्स अ चार्जशीट. चार्जशीट दाखिल करती है पुलिस कोर्ट में, उसके बाद केस कोर्ट में जाता है, पुलिस स्टेशन से कोर्ट में जाता है थ्रू द पुलिस. हियर व्हाट हैपेंस इज, सिविल लॉ में पिटीशन इज बीइंग filed by one of the party. जो दो पक्ष होते हैं जिसमें से एक के साथ कुछ गलत हुआ होता है, वो लोग कोर्ट में केस अपील करते हैं, केस दायर करते हैं. द केस इज बीइंग filed in the court. Here directly they are approaching to the court. पुलिस still now don't have any role. पुलिस का अभी तक कोई रोल नहीं है इसमें. Here when the person is found guilty, when one of the person is found guilty, found culprit and it is being proved, then judge can announce a imprisonment to that person. उसको सजा हो सकती है, जेल हो सकती है, of depending upon the seriousness of the crime which he have done. Okay, if suppose he have done a murder of a person, he has killed somebody, he can be given a punishment of life imprisonment also. But in this case, here in the civil law cases, civil offences, usually the monetary penalty is being announced. यानी जिस पार्टी ने दूसरी पार्टी का नुकसान किया है उस पार्टी को पेनल्टी भरनी होती है, ठीक है, उनको जुर्माना भरना होता है. यूजली इसमें इम्प्रिजनमेंट अनाउंस नहीं होती है. तो दिस वाज द कंपैरेटिव स्टडी ऑफ सिविल लॉ एंड क्रिमिनल लॉ या क्रिमिनल ऑफेंसेस एंड सिविल ऑफेंसेस in our country, by which we can distinguish the two, and the way how the decision is being announced, what is the seriousness of the judgment. Okay, so that's all for today in this chapter. Thank you so much. We will be coming with final video of the chapter very soon. Till then, have a good day. Thank you.